when this first happened, the day before Cassie dropped the lawsuit, I spoke to him.
And what was that conversation like?
That conversation was about my son, who's in trouble in Africa, and I asked him for some help. And he said, I don't have it right now. I'm going through something. He said, but I may need your help. And at this particular time, I didn't know that I was inside of the lawsuit. So when he said he might need my help, I was working with Ciroc and De Leon with Diageo. So I thought because he had the lawsuit against them that he was getting ready to settle and he needed some help pushing the vodka or pushing the tequila. It wasn't until that next morning when I got a whole bunch of DMs and they said, you know, you and Cassie lawsuit. And I said, for what? And then I read the lawsuit and I said to myself, I said, oh, this is what he was telling me that he needed some help with. He wanted me to, allegedly, he wanted me to be one of his witnesses and say that they had a regular relationship. This was just a normal thing. And then sometimes, and some days they did. They had a great relationship. You know what I'm saying? But it was this dark side of him that he was trying to hide and that he wanted me to say didn't exist. And I can't say that it didn't exist if it did exist.
His video apology, as you say, didn't even mention Cassie by name. Looking at him, it feels like he may now be aware of the scale of the trouble he's in, not least to his reputation. I think everyone who watched that video was completely shocked. Do you think this is the beginning of the end of him?
It's so hard to count him out, and it's so hard to say it's the end when people are so forgiving. You know what I'm saying? I think from the apology, you can tell that I feel from the apology, just like I voiced yesterday, that it was a self-centered apology. I didn't see no tears. You know what I'm saying? I just seen something that people would feel that had to be done. And I think that's what I didn't feel the remorse. You know, I'm not one to say whether he was or whether he wasn't, but saying that you went to get help, where's the proof that you went to get help? Why you didn't say his name? Why you didn't say her name at this particular time? And then I found it funny that this was 2016. So in my mind, I felt like it was the beginning of an end because I do really feel like other people are going to come forward. Because if the incident that I'm telling you about was 2012, and then this incident was 2016, that means between 2012 and 2016 that this woman still went through these beatings all the way up, I guess, until she left in 2018. So I feel like there's going to be other people that come forward.
Well, also, you have also told me that you saw him do similar beatings with Kim Porter, who sadly died, obviously in her 40s, was the mother of his 3 children. But that in itself is indicative of a pattern of physical violence towards women.
Yes, yes, very much so.
Roger Bonds, it's been fascinating to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Thank you very much. And I hope that we get to the bottom of this. And I hope that every woman out there sees this, steps forward for help. And that's all I can say, Paps.
Final question. Do you think he belongs in prison?
No, I don't think he belongs in prison. I think he needs help. I think rehabilitation is a start, but I think admitting that you need help and stop covering it up saying that this was the only incident. You got to be real with yourself and say, this is a pattern of what I've been doing all my life, and now I need help.
Roger, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, let me bring in my panel now.